I want you to picture that friend you've known forever, the one who for years could do no wrong. They were charming, inspirational, maybe a bit loud, but so ridiculously likable you couldn't help but root for them. Now imagine that same friend slowly getting on everyone's nerves, from your lifelong buddies to your younger cousins to the random folks at the gym. That, in a nutshell, is how The Rock Dwayne Johnson has been wearing on people lately. It all kicked off when he returned to his old stomping grounds, the WWE. He's always been a legend there, right? He joined TKO Group Holdings, the company behind WWE and UFC, and reclaimed full ownership of his wrestling name, The Rock. Folks thought, hey, this is perfect. He's coming back where he started, maybe he'll spark some fresh excitement. But not long after, the entire wrestling community was up in arms. See, Roman Reigns' WWE's top champ's record-setting run with the title. Cody Rhodes, a fan favorite, was poised to dethrone him. The story was there, second-generation wrestler, bridging a family legacy, fans chanting his name. It was basically gift-wrapped for Cody to have his big moment at WrestleMania. Then, The Rock shows up on SmackDown out of nowhere, and with a single announcement, Cody stepped back from his well-earned shot. You'd think the crowd would be screaming in delight for The Rock's return, but instead, they felt cheated. Online, people cried foul, accusing him of shoving his way to the main event just because he could. And if that wasn't enough, The Rock went on a podcast, mocking Cody's fans, calling them Cody crybabies. Let's just say that didn't calm the storm. WWE swiftly changed the storyline. The Rock turned heel a bad guy, in wrestling terms, and Roman Reigns welcomed him with open arms. Cody got his shot again, and eventually won the title. Good for Cody, but you could almost see how close The Rock came to hijacking the biggest wrestling moment of the year. And then there's the other side of The Rock, the pitchman. He's got that gleaming million-dollar smile, pushing all sorts of products, tequila, water, energy drinks, you name it. On paper, that's normal Hollywood star stuff. But it started feeling forced, like maybe he was a little too eager to sign deals. The glaring example was his first trip to In-N-Out. Great brand, delicious burgers, who wouldn't be excited? Well, apparently, The Rock was excited for his first time at In-N-Out in 2017, and again in 2022, and again in 2023. The man had 3 firsts. After fans pointed it out, he edited his Instagram caption, basically admitting he forgot he'd posted about it before. The whole thing came off as sloppy. For someone who preaches authenticity, it reads more like a marketing slip-up. For years, The Rock was known for staying neutral. Then, in 2020, he went all in, endorsing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, shocking fans on the right, people who figured The Rock was on their side. The backlash was loud. 4 years later, on a Fox News appearance, he declared he'd never endorse anyone publicly again, claimed endorsing Biden had caused division, and he didn't want that on his conscience. People rolled their eyes, saying it was just a business move, he didn't want to lose half his audience. But here's the kicker. In that same conversation about stepping away from divisive topics, he boasted he's the most followed American man on Instagram. If humility was the goal, it kind of fell flat. He's basically telling folks, I won't risk my huge influence on politics anymore, right before name-dropping how huge that influence is. Let's switch to the movie sets. We've known about his beef with Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious. They clashed, with The Rock demanding more lines, more action, a spin-off, until he eventually got his own flick. Hobbs and Shaw. Then he's on social media calling certain CO stars candy asses. That drama was years back, but the pattern of him wanting center stage hasn't changed. Most recently, he filmed a massive budget Christmas movie called Red One, and word got out that he'd roll in hours late to set, like 7 or 8 hours late, jacking up the budget by $50 million. That alone is enough to raise eyebrows. But apparently, he also has this habit of peeing in water bottles, on set, surrounded by bathrooms. We're talking fancy movie sets, not some hole-in-the-wall gym. Yet he'll fill up a bottle and have an assistant toss it. He's even joked about it in interviews, as if it's normal. Maybe it's just a quirk, but from the outside it feels disrespectful, like he's too big a star to walk a few yards to the restroom. Combined with everything else, it starts to paint an unflattering picture of a guy who does what he wants, how he wants. Then there's the moment he said watching Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer on a giant IMAX screen inspired him to want Red One in IMAX too, like it'd be some game-changing blockbuster. People laughed, pointing out that not every film can stand up to an epic historical drama that had the whole industry talking. Sure enough, Red One underperformed, and folks only rolled their eyes harder at The Rock's bold statements. One more thing that had people rolling their eyes at The Rock was the whole Black Adam situation. He hyped that DC film as if it would revolutionize the entire superhero genre, touted it as the next big thing to rival Marvel. Fans got amped, especially because he teased Superman's return. But once Black Adam finally hit theaters, it underperformed at the box office and received lukewarm reviews. Worse yet, The Rock was rumored to have pushed hard behind the scenes to shape the DC universe around himself, trying to elevate Black Adam to the centerpiece of future films. When James Gunn took over DC's cinematic direction soon after, Cavill was out, and The Rock's ambitious plans crumbled. It was another instance of The Rock's drive for control and the spotlight seemingly overshadowing what fans and the studio actually wanted, leaving many feeling let down. At the end of the day, The Rock has always been about putting on a show. But these days, the show people want is a little more honesty and a lot less self-promotion. If he can't deliver that, well, those headlines won't be getting any friendlier. That's the real story, one that goes beyond the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Because the truly electrifying thing right now might be watching him learn that the crowd's love isn't guaranteed. And honestly, we're all curious to see if he can still smell what we're cooking. What do you think? Comment below if you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe for more of these kinds of videos. Thanks for watching.